Aristotle once said, "For the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them." I have been riding a motorcycle for a couple of years now. It started as a way to impress a lady friend and saw itself develop into a passion. A passion that has seen sweat, blood, and tears. This is the SJOBA story. Before the rally, I had to train my body, my mind, and my soul. My body to be strong to go on for 3 whole days on barely any food, riding in a saddle for hundreds of kilometers on unforgiving terrains. My mind to be strong to see me not lose my focus, not make stupid mistakes. And my soul to be strong to take pride in being able to take part in such an experience. It was difficult, some days more than the other. But it's important to tell yourself one thing: whatever you're preparing for might just be harder than what you're practicing for. Injuries made themselves known, weaknesses introduced themselves, but the passion stuck. After all, passion is the only reason I did this. Passion is the only reason I do this.
Lady, take it to the basement. 90s baby in the motherfucking building. I'm the greatest ever living. Greatest ever living. Hey, greatest ever living. Greatest ever living. Hey, baby, now I'm faded. Lady, take it.
Passion made me go higher, faster, and hungry for more.
I'm the greatest ever living. Greatest ever living. Hey, greatest ever living. Greatest ever living. Hey.
लाउड कलर्स ये आपने कोई मिल वाइट जूते जितेंद्र ताकि अरे ये सही है भाई जीतू पारी आज से जीतू पारी.
The SJOBA Rally is probably the oldest off-road rally in India. Each year, hundreds of roaring engines, both of 4 wheels and 2, head towards Chandigarh to take part in this motorsporting event. And this year, I was one of them, headed on with my mentors, my father and Amardev sir, both rallyists with varying styles and experiences.
Here we are. Now this is stage 2. And this looks nice. Quite a bit of dirt to bite into. Let's see how it goes. The day of the raid, actually, the rally. I'm enjoying it. Next time on 2 wheels, this time on 4.
A few days before the rally, we drove from Gurgaon to Punjab to see what to expect. We got a glimpse of a couple of stages, after which we came to a standstill. But it was all fun.
Hey Joe, how's it going? All well.
After my father's Bolero finds itself stuck in slush, after many attempts of us trying to push it out, we went looking for help. Me and Amar sir. In a green, beautiful field plastered onto a clear blue sky, we found a red truck and some people willing to help us get out of this literal mess. And now, it was time.
ये तो इजी होगा जयेश.
What do you mean?
After the special stage, a night before the rally started, my tire got a flat. So it's about 7:45. We're about to start soon. I had a puncture like last night and today in the morning. That was a little bit but it's okay, it's whatever. I'll have to get the tube changed in the transport section and just manage rally life. I was one of the slower riders on the special stage, which saw me starting off at the tail end of the bunch. The fastest riders in the special stage started first and the slowest in the end. This puncture delayed me more. Surprisingly, no one in this part of Punjab starts working before 9:30. I begged this puncture man to come quickly. I was already at the bottom quarter of the lineup, which meant more riders to overtake, more pressure. And now, because of this delay, I was pushed to the very last. After a little confidence boost from the rally staff, I was raring to go, and I was reminded it was all fun. Sadly, I forgot to switch on the GoPro on the first stage of day one. My bad. So Arnav, how's it been?
जो गलतियाँ करी ठीक रहे.
गलतियों से ही. क्या?
First rally, so
हाँ, exactly, first है.
learning.
I was a bit relaxed after the first stage. My heart was consistent, my mind was clear. I was ready now, ready to go faster. This is the checkpoint. Rally staff marks your time card here so that you can check how much time it took you to cover the stage, maybe compare, and just for record keeping. Cumulative time that's recorded then decides who was the fastest rider. It isn't about who crosses the finish line first, it's about who does it the quickest. In motorcycles, all riders are flagged off a minute or two after each other. So when you overtake a rider ahead of you, that means you are a minute faster than them. Remember that. With each stage, I found myself pushing it, harder, and faster. Going faster than I ever have, catching air at 80 kilometers per hour, taking turns faster than I ever have. I tapped into a completely different energy. I'd never felt this way before. That's my father. He's almost 50. I almost got into a couple of crashes, but I didn't panic. I throttled myself out of that situation, and I promised myself not to fall, and I intended on keeping that promise. I hope you remember what I asked you to remember. On the last stage of day 2, I'd pushed myself to a point I'd never done before. I was so focused on speed and not crashing that I didn't pay attention to the navigation. Now it was raining. My phone started to malfunction. There was no cell phone coverage and no food in my stomach since last night. I was lost, but I didn't know it. I was tired, my muscles were hurting, and now this 800 kg bike was stuck in the riverbed, refusing to move. Fucking hell. Nothing worked. I had to drop it and push it out of the ditch. After 45 minutes of trying, 45 minutes of trying, finally out. Okay. Holy fuck, dude. This is a rally. So fucking tired. Only goal now is to not fall again. And hopefully, पेनल्टी तो लगेगी. बहुत लेट हो गया, बहुत ज़्यादा, लेकिन कोई बात नहीं. Point is to finish. I'm half an hour ahead
of the two guys behind me. Ah. Okay.
I was now starting to realize this wasn't right. The stage was only 11 kilometers long. I'd gone way past that. It was getting dark, it was raining, and I was in a forest. Now I knew I was lost. People were worried. No calls were connecting. I had to keep going.
देखो जब आप सीधा सीधा जा रहे हो, ठीक है, उसके बाद 3 पॉइंट आते हैं ना. हेलो, नॉर्थ वहाँ बता रहे हैं, तो मुझे ना साउथ की तरफ.
We are also lost because we are trying to go to Kangs, but हम ऑफ रूट कहीं निकले, उनने जल्दी चलते हैं जी बिफोर और बारिश हो जाए.
तो कहाँ जाना, निकलना कहाँ है?
हमें नहीं पता, हम तो कुछ पीछे पिंड आया था, वहाँ से आए थे हम. We'll be going all the way back and वहाँ से we'll try to find a new route.
आपने गज जाना है ना?
हाँ.
हाईवे पकड़ना पड़ेगा.
हाँ,
हाईवे यहाँ से हमारे साथ ही चल पड़ो पीछे पीछे, हमने हाईवे पकड़ना है.
Luckily, I found myself 2 rally staff members. Well, we both found each other. I followed the car to a certain town road from where I had to figure out my way to the hotel we were supposed to finish the last stage at. My GoPro had died. Imagine, a puncture before the rally even begins, then overtaking riders with much more experience than me. Going so fast that you get lost in a forest, running out of drinking water, and now riding on a dark town road where only loaded trucks traverse with no street lights, a lot of big potholes, and rain pouring at 12 degrees. That's a lot to take for an experience from a first rally. I finally reached the hotel after a couple of hours at 8:15 in the evening. My back had cramped to a point that it wasn't getting straight. My body was super cold, all my gear was wet, my phone wasn't functioning, and my confidence was dwindling. Everyone showed a lot of concern and supported me during dinner, told me it's all right and not to lose confidence. I had given up for day 2. There were reasons. My gear was wet. I would be marked DNF anyway. But the only reason was I had lost confidence.
So it's day 3, leg 2 of the SJOBA Rally. I was not supposed to start because of me not finishing the last special stage. But I requested to let me finish the rally. So let's see, 20 minutes or so. They would let me know if I am going to finish. But if not, then I just have to take this off, all of it. My gear is still wet, my shoes and my socks, my shorts, everything I'm wearing, most of it is wet. But Rana Pratap sir was kind enough to give me his jersey set, which I'm wearing under this armor. And yeah, let's see what happens. So I've been updated that I probably will be starting. mean, after this I won't have time to record, so if I start, then yay. If I don't start, then also it's okay. But I wish that I am allowed to start. Let's see what happens.
On day 2, I started with no phone, only hope and attentiveness. This day, my body beat me brutally. With an already cramped back, I was now feeling all the other muscles cramp up. Due to the lack of water in my body, I stopped, took a breath, and I started again. I said fuck it, and I bought myself
Sign for the in.
a 1 liter
Are you
water
signing for the
bottle
out?
with no place to keep it.
Lodge.
After hydrating myself, I started to tap into an energy that felt familiar.
Well done, son.
The navigation was the people I came across. My GPS were the tracks that the SUVs and motorcycles formed before us. I had nothing to lose, and I sadly didn't have anything to win too. But then I remembered, it was all fun.
Huh?
यार I was top 3rd यार, top 3 यार.
Start ही नहीं हो रही है. So you have to push it now.
I'll be disqualified.
नहीं push तो करो, उठो push करो.
Can you tow me?
Yeah, I'll try.